We are here for What's Up This Week from Do This, Not That. This is our super short episode where we break down what's going on in the world of business and marketing and life. And then we still have our short Ask Us Anything a little later in the week. And then at the end of the week, our big tips episode. So, what is going on this week? I'm sure many of you have already seen it, but LinkedIn rolled out something new in the My Network section of the app and on the desktop version. So, the My Network section on LinkedIn is where you would go if you got a connection request. You go there. Do I want to accept it, not accept it? But now there are two tabs in the My Network section. There's a catch up tab and a grow tab. And the grow tab is still where you go if you want to see your connection requests and accept or not accept them, whatever. The catch up tab is what's new. So the catch up tab now is that thing where you go in and you're seeing highlights of your connections. Maybe they got a new job, whether they have a work anniversary or they're hiring, and then you can like that update from them instantly right within the catch up section. Now, the reason they're doing this is that a lot of people on LinkedIn don't post anything, aren't sharing anything, and you're not seeing content from a lot of the people that you are connected with. So, this is forcing all of us to interact with each other on these sort of random announcements and to allow for greater interaction. The jury's out. If you see all the comments online, it's really like some people like it. A lot of people think it's super annoying because all of a sudden on your phone, you'll get a little red circle and you'll say, oh, you have three things to check out. You think maybe you got three new notifications about people wanting to connect with you, but it's really people that have like random work anniversaries. Like it happened to me this week where all of a sudden people were messaging me saying, congratulations on your work anniversary. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I didn't realize that in this new catch up section, it launched that I had a work anniversary. Okay. And I was like, what is this? And that's what's happening is that you'll get a notification that some random person is their third year at their job. And actually, who cares? So I think some work needs to be done here on the catch up and grow tabs. But if you haven't seen it, that rolled out this week. What else rolled out this week is a change to X. So on X, starting this week, finally, because they've been talking about it for a while, you will no longer be able to see who liked what post. What that means is, let's say you post something on X and it gets 312 likes. The people that are viewing that post, they could see that it got 312 likes, but they can't click and actually see the specific accounts that liked it. But you, as the account that posted it, you'll still be able to see who it is that liked it. So that finally rolled out this week on X. And Yahoo's actually made some significant changes to their email desktop application. So Yahoo still accounts for about 20% of all email addresses. Whether you realize that or not, they do. They're still a big player in the world of email. And they rolled out a lot of these AI changes to their email system where AI is categorizing certain emails. They have a newsletter tab, all these different features in Yahoo Mail, which is interesting. I think that email over the next 6 months, between the changes coming to the Apple Mail app when they roll out iOS 18 this fall, what Yahoo's doing, more changes coming from Gmail, some changes are going to be coming to Outlook. When you take into account all of it, 6 months from now, email marketing is going to be 180 degrees different on what we all have to do to get our emails open. So it's going to be a game changer. So buckle in because the next 6 months are going to be a wild ride for email, big time. So, another thing that's going on this week is that YouTube finally also released something called their thumbnail test, which I think is super cool, right? So, the thumbnail is that little image that you can put with your YouTube video, and it actually does have an impact on how many people watch videos, depending on what that thumbnail image is. So, they now have this thumbnail test and compare feature, which will allow people to upload multiple thumbnails, actually three thumbnail images at one time, different images, and then YouTube is going to distribute them equally when you post your video, and it will then start to only share out the one that's doing the best. So this new thumbnail test feature from YouTube, I think is super, super cool. And if you're into YouTube and sharing on YouTube, you should be really looking for the thumbnail test and compare feature that just rolled out. So what is going on, useless stuff that's going on in the world. I gave it a try. Love Island USA season 6 just rolled out. There's no chance that you are trying this or watching this because you have a life. But I gave it a try because I really liked Love Island UK the season a few seasons ago. So I'm like, oh, all right, I'll try Love Island USA season 6. Don't bother. It's one of the worst shows I've ever watched. I only made it through half of the first episode. Forget that. The other thing that rolled out this week is House of Dragons season 2, which is the prequel to Game of Thrones. And I got to tell you, I've never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones. How about that? Every time I tell somebody that, they're like, "What? How is that possible?" I know. I got to work on that. But here's the thing. Can I just start with House of Dragons season 2, which is on Max or HBO or whatever it's called now? I feel like I can't do that. Maybe I can. I don't know. You got to let me know. And I also think it's funny. I said last week that the movie Hitman on Netflix, which was like this hot show, I said it was horrible because it is horrible. It was a horrible movie. I watched it. It was terrible. And I got so many messages saying I am the stupidest person alive because Hitman's the greatest movie. Like you would have think I commented on like Citizen Kane or The Godfather or some epic movie. People really seem to like it. I thought it was absolute garbage. Anyway, thanks for being here. Please follow the show. Leave it a review. I say leave it a review, and then people are like, oh, he says that all the time. But it actually does help circulate this thing. So if you got a minute, hook it up. You'd be awesome. And check out our Ask Us Anything a little later in the week, and then our longer episode at the end of the week. Thanks for being here and have a great week.